Okay, cool. Alright, thank you for waiting, you guys. Appreciate that. Doesn't seem like much has changed since we logged off for a bit. We're still waiting. So we'll give it another 20 minutes or so to see how the markets are moving. It seemed like we tried to push back down a little bit, just holding on to a support here. Silver is starting to push, so you could get a potential move. Just wait to see if it's going to be a simple top wick rejection here and then a pull back down, or if we're actually going to close above that 87.93 mark. Alright, let's see if there's anything else. Okay, at this point we're just waiting to see if we can get any candle closures. So I'm going to create an alert right on top of that zone. This one right below. Same thing for gold. Right below zone or right above. We're about to have a 15-minute candle closure here for silver. So let's see if we can actually get candle closures above that area and then a continuation up. Look to the left. Our target here is going to be up into $89. $89 or 89 and a half, 0.5. That's what we're going to be watching out for. If we actually get candle closures, the next candle gives us a bottom wick, continues pushing. But we need a candle closure and a continuation up. The current 15, there's no bottom wick, or barely a bottom wick, a very small one. So that's why I want to see a bottom wick on the next candle and then break the highs. If this candle can push up and close bullish. Is there anything else that you guys want analyzed while we're waiting here?
All good here, VJ.
Awesome. We had silver or gold oil actually. Not much had happened yesterday during the market update, but we got a 4-hour candle closure with 3 candles in a row, no bottom wick whatsoever. I want to see a break and retest formation here for oil as well, above 102.5, and then a continuation up. That way we can target into 105 and then 106. Otherwise, we're going to come right back down below 102.5 and just consolidate. Alright, about a minute left for this 5-minute candle closure and for the 15. What I also want to check was crypto real quick. Last node will usually give you all the data points that you need to know to figure out what's really happening with crypto. So what I'm looking at here is before I bought up crypto from down here a couple of months ago. I believe back in March or late March, I bought up some crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. XRP's kind of just been ranging here. Ethereum had a little bit of a push, but still ranging. Bitcoin really had a nice move and then pulling back. What I want to see here is the spot volume increasing a bit more, which is going to tell me that we're going to get more of an inflow into crypto, come into a little bit more of a risk off. These two, I was watching them initially just to kind of figure out what's the sentiment like, but a couple of days ago, altcoin cycle was sitting here in like orange, closer to like the risk off kind of area, and then same thing with the BTC Sharp, it was on the other end. So I don't pay too much attention to these two here anymore. I'm looking more at the market cap if that is increasing. So we had about 2% of a difference since the last couple of days here that I've been watching this. Spot volume still quite down. And then I want to look at the profit and loss. So now we have moved into more profits or realized profits exceeding. So these are people who are closing out their positions in profit here compared to the losses. This is, I would say, almost at break even. I don't think that's a massive difference there. And XRP, you still have a lot more losses compared to the profits here. What I usually want to see is Bitcoin picking up the pace, and then that type of sentiment will trickle over to the altcoins and things like that. So if I start to see that Bitcoin is picking up, my indication of when the market is ready for more investments or for me to buy up is when I can see that Ethereum is also following the same exact bullish momentum, and XRP as well. These two, they're not, so then there's no point of looking at the rest of these. What you can also do is just go over to dashboards and look at the net flows. So this is another way the market will tell me that's not ready for the inflows or for any buy-ups just yet. We get massive inflows, and then right after that you'll get equal amount or a couple of red days, which is your outflows. So on Friday we had 172 million taken out. So still positive overall, but we don't have enough momentum for me to buy up crypto just yet.
And when you say you bought them, do you mean you actually bought them, or did you just take a position, like a bullish position on Bitcoin, or did you actually buy Bitcoin? Sorry.
No, I actually bought them. Bought them on Coinbase.
Oh, okay. All right, thanks for the clarification.
You could trade these. I traded XRP a lot during the pandemic. Moved great. So you could like actually trade these on intraday levels. It's just a lot more volatility. But I think I just have better movements on US 30 and gold recently, so then I've just been focusing on those. Alright, we have this 5-minute counter closure here in a couple of seconds. It seems like for the most part we're just sitting in this range for most of these pairs. So we're just going to set our alerts, see if we actually get some movements. I'm going to move this gold one down a little bit more, since there was consolidation, just in case price wants to tap into this area and then push. And then later today, we will have Kevin Warsh's first public statement. We don't know exactly when just yet. But that's going to be the actual move, so that's why we're just going to set the alerts. That's why I'm not really worried about catching a trade just yet, unless price can actually break out of those levels. Alright, we got a bit of a movement. Let's see. Yeah, I'm expecting that price is just going to bounce around here then, until we actually get any sort of headline developments here. Cool. Everyone understands why we're still waiting? Any questions? All good?
I was just going to ask AJ, trading back within the range is a less probabilistic trade because it indicates less volume. Is that what you're thinking?
It's consolidations. It's not that it's less volume, it's just that there's going to be a lot more like volatility, there's going to be a lot of wick rejections. You'll just end up getting frustrated. Like even if it's in an uptrend, price is pushing back up, you're just going to need a wider stop loss, things like that. So in that case, just wait for the cleaner moves instead.
Cleaner outside the range, got you,
Yeah. It's a little bit more waiting, but it's less headache compared to just trying to trade in the middle and getting stuck in wicks.
Trust me, knowing when to wait is something I really appreciate the leadership and guidance on.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so today, before we call it a session, we have another market update call, so you guys should have that on your calendar. We have a simulation session here in a couple of hours, the gold simulation session. And then we have the market update. Tomorrow, we're going to start 30 minutes later with our live session around market open. And we have the gold simulation session and then the market update again. And then Friday is just going to be the live session and the simulation session, no market update. This weekend we are going to have a webinar. I did take notes of some of the topics that you guys said that you want to go over. So this weekend on Saturday, I will message you guys on Discord just to ask, when you guys want to do the sessions, whether you prefer the morning or the afternoon. So we'll have a webinar for that on Saturday. Sounds good?
All good.